It costs nothing. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need special equipment. You do not need to be fit to start. And yet, walking 30 minutes a day after 65 produces results inside your body that most prescription medications cannot match. And the research behind this is extraordinary. I want to walk you through exactly what happens, organ by organ, system by system, when you make this one simple habit part of your daily life, because most people have no idea how profound the effect actually is. Day one, what happens in the first 30 minutes? The moment you start walking, your heart rate rises and your body begins pumping more blood to your muscles, lungs, and brain. Blood vessels dilate. Oxygen delivery increases throughout the body. Within the first 10 minutes, your brain begins releasing dopamine and serotonin, the same chemicals that antidepressants are designed to increase. This is not a small effect. It is immediate, measurable, and real. Your muscles start burning stored glucose for energy, which directly lowers blood sugar. For anyone over 65 managing or at risk for diabetes, this effect alone is clinically significant. After 1 week, your blood pressure starts responding. Within the first week of consistent 30-minute daily walks, most adults over 65 begin to see measurable improvements in blood pressure. Walking strengthens the heart muscle, making each beat more efficient and reducing the pressure it needs to pump blood through the body. High blood pressure, hypertension, is one of the leading causes of stroke, heart attack, and kidney failure in adults over 65. And yet, here is a free daily habit that directly addresses it without a single side effect. After 2 weeks, your brain starts changing. This is the part that surprises most people. Walking does not just help your body, it physically changes your brain. After 2 weeks of daily walking, blood flow to the brain increases significantly. The hippocampus, the part of the brain responsible for memory and learning, begins to show measurable growth. This is remarkable because after 65, the hippocampus naturally shrinks at a rate of about 1 to 2% per year, which is directly linked to memory loss and increased risk of Alzheimer's disease. Walking slows that shrinkage. In some studies, it actually reverses it. The brain grows new connections, new neurons, and new pathways, a process called neuroplasticity that most people assume stops in youth. It does not stop. You just have to give your brain the right signal to keep doing it. Movement is that signal. After 1 month, inflammation drops. As we discussed, chronic inflammation is the silent driver behind almost every major disease of aging. After 1 month of consistent daily walking, inflammatory markers in the blood, including C-reactive protein, one of the most reliable indicators of chronic inflammation, begin to measurably decrease. Your immune system becomes more regulated and more precise. Instead of the constant low-grade fire of inflammaging, your body starts responding more like it did when you were younger, activating inflammation when needed, shutting it down when the threat is gone. After 3 months, your muscles fight back. One of the most feared consequences of aging after 65 is sarcopenia, the progressive loss of muscle mass that steals strength, balance, and independence. Most people assume this is simply inevitable. It is not. Walking consistently for 3 months activates muscle fibers throughout your legs, core, and back. It signals the body to preserve and rebuild lean muscle tissue. Combined with adequate protein intake, daily walking is one of the most effective interventions known for slowing and partially reversing sarcopenia in older adults. Better muscle strength means better balance. Better balance means fewer falls. And after 65, preventing falls is not a minor consideration. It is one of the most important things you can do to protect your long term independence. After 6 months, your heart becomes younger. 6 months of consistent daily walking produces changes in cardiovascular health that researchers describe as genuine cardiac rejuvenation. The heart becomes more efficient, arteries become more flexible, resting heart rate drops, and the overall workload on the cardiovascular system decreases. Studies tracking adults over 65 who walked regularly for 6 months found significant reductions in the risk of cardiovascular events, heart attacks, and strokes compared to sedentary adults of the same age. We are not talking about small percentages. We are talking about risk reductions of 30 to 40% in some studies. After 1 year, your biological age is lower than your real age. Researchers can now measure biological age, the age of your cells and organs, separate from your chronological age. And what they have found is that adults over 65 who walk consistently for a year show biological aging markers that are measurably younger than sedentary adults of the same age. Telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of your DNA that shorten with age, actually lengthen with regular physical activity. Cellular aging slows. The biological mechanisms of aging are genuinely, measurably slower in people who walk every day. This is not a theory, this is what the science shows. But what about people who have never exercised? This is the question I get most often. And the answer, backed by research, is encouraging. It is never too late. Studies have shown that adults who begin a regular walking habit at 65, 70, even 75, with no prior exercise history, show significant improvements in cardiovascular health, brain function, muscle strength, and life expectancy compared to those who remain sedentary. Your body responds to movement at any age. The biology does not stop working just because you waited longer to start. The one thing standing between you and all of this. It is not time. Most people have 30 minutes somewhere in their day. It is not fitness. You do not need to be fit to walk. It is not money. It costs nothing. The one thing standing between you and every benefit described in this video is simply the decision to start. Tomorrow morning after breakfast, around the block, 30 minutes. Your heart, your brain, your muscles, your immune system, and your DNA are all waiting for that signal. Give them one.